Again, there's physical goals, right? Like what I want to do with my food and my workouts. There's mental practices, working on keeping my thoughts in alignment with where I'm headed and not getting pulled into like old habituary patterns. And then there's that spirit, that soul connection. Those are the three pieces that I find are really important, probably when you're trying to create any type of change. But I know for myself right now, working on these health, dietary, and fitness goals for 2025, those are the three components that are feeling like the most important. Hello, my friends, it's Danny. And as a health, wellness, and weight loss coach who loves showing other people how to make healthy eating easy, I thought it would be fun to do something a little different today and to share my own personal health, wellness, dietary, fitness goals for 2025. So for me, this feels like a big year. And there's two kind of rocks that really stand out for me. The first is that I lost my mom this year, as many of you already know, and thank you for all of your kind words and your sweet messages and your patience throughout the last few months. About a year and a half ago, my mom was diagnosed with lung cancer, and while she had a really good, strong stretch, the last few months were tough for her. And over that past year and a half, I spent a lot of time with her, right? Both at home and going in and out of the hospital. But we did a lot of little things together, a lot of daily errands, grocery shopping, things like that. And one of the things that I really started to think about was how I wanted to be very strong as I got older. Right? Spending a lot of time with her, I also was seeing and spending a lot of time with a lot of older people. And one of the things that really stood out to me was just the lack of agility and mobility and strength, some of which what I would say could be optional, meaning, some of it is if we start to work on these things at a younger age, we can age a lot more powerfully and gracefully. And so that is something that is really near and dear to my heart. And the second big rock that's happening this year is that I turned 50. So that's another thing that has me feeling really reflective, because I'm sure many of you can relate to the concept or the idea that for so many years of your life, especially when you're younger, you don't really think that time is ever going to catch you. But that's starting to become apparent to me, right? Like life is going to move forward for all of us. And I really want to live my life, not only feeling like strong and healthy and with lots of vitality, but also being really excited and engaged and not thinking about getting older in a negative light, but really thinking about how I can get older with a lot of strength and grace and like eagerness for my future. And I don't know if you've ever heard this before, but I once heard someone say that we're all going to get older, but aging begins when you stop having things in front of you, right? When you think the best years are behind you, or everything good lives in the past, right? That so much of aging well is about keeping goals and things that you're interested in front of you. So that's another big piece of my motivation. So I decided, and I actually made this decision about a year and a half ago, that I was going to hire a fitness coach so I could have somebody who could help me to learn how to get stronger in the gym. Now, you may not know this, but many years ago, I used to be a fitness trainer myself. I was a personal trainer, but that was like in my 20s. So it's been a long time. And I was on Instagram and I got super inspired by Train with Joan. I wonder if any of you are familiar with her. She's basically a woman who started her fitness journey when she was 70. And by the time she was like 74, she had completely transformed her body, and she made me feel so inspired. Like, wow, if you can start that at 70, you can really start this at any time. So I kind of made this mental decision that my goal moving towards 50 was going to figure out how to be like my strongest, healthiest, most vibrant self. And for any of you ladies who grew up in the 80s like I did, or whatever decade you were growing up in, for many of us, the message was always like, oh, be healthy means be skinny. And that is not the quest that I'm on. I truly want to feel strong and powerful with my health goals moving forward. So I went about kind of researching Joan, and I found out that her daughter, Michelle, she actually came from the bodybuilding world. That was her background. And she has a company where she has two companies. She has one where she trains like bodybuilders for the stage, right? Hardcore athletes. But then they have a whole other division where they train women for the lifestyle using the same core principles that bodybuilders use, but watering it down, if you will, for more of a lifestyle approach. So I decided to hire one of their trainers, and that's who I've been working with for the last year and a half. And it's been a really insightful journey. And I will tell you, the very first thing that comes to my mind that has been the most eye-opening is just how long it takes to really build muscle, that it really is a long game, which gives me inspiration to think of this more as a lifestyle and not just like a go and get it done type of goal. And whether or not your goal is, say, fitness or something else specifically related to health, I will say one thing that I have gotten very clear on is that any type of health goal, you really have to approach it mind, body, and then spirit, right? There's like the physicality, there's the mindset, and then there's also just like, for me, that connection to something bigger, something higher, something that you can lean on and trust on throughout your journey. So my personal goals right now, while the overlaying goal is to be my healthiest, fittest, strongest self by the time I hit 50. There's different components that go into this goal for myself, right? So the first part is doing the workouts. Right now I'm doing 4 strength training workouts every single week. They are designed by my fitness trainer. Her name is Janelle. And this is done in a progressive overload style, which basically means that every 4 to 6 weeks, she creates a new training block for me. I follow that block with the goal or the intention of getting a little bit stronger every single week. I'm also thinking about my nutrition a little bit differently these days. While I'm still taking a real whole food approach, I'm very much trying to prioritize protein, prioritize fiber, and then of course thinking about fueling my workouts with like good healthy carbohydrates as well, right? So this is an interesting shift because this is definitely feeling a little bit more intentional with my food. I don't know how much of my story you guys know, but like years ago, I was a chronic yo-yo dieter. That was my challenge in life. So I spent so many years trying to unravel that and just come to a healthy, intuitive place with food, which is so much of what I teach here on the channel, right? Focusing on real whole foods as close to their natural state as possible most of the time, listening to yourself, being in touch with your body, etc. But this feels a little bit more intentional because I'm thinking a little bit more about macronutrients and how I am pairing them together and how I am building my meals. So that's been an interesting journey too, because it does try to trigger my old diet mentality a little bit every now and again. And I have to remind myself, Dan, we are not trying to, lose weight. We're not trying to be weird. We're not doing any of that. We are literally trying to learn how to best fuel our bodies so we can build this strength and age really powerfully and have a lot of like vitality and strength as we do it. Okay, so there's the workouts. There's how I am approaching my food, which again, you've also seen reflected here a bit on the channel because I have been focusing on some more high protein recipes, and I will probably continue to do that. I'm actually curious to know if there's anything specific you want to see. I think I'm going to be diving a little bit more into like meal prep and maybe some grocery store hauls and just show you how I am approaching this journey, because I know a lot of you are in a very similar boat age-wise and also have similar goals. So I'm hoping this is kind of like a journey we can be on together. Another thing that I'm working on with all of this is my mindset. And this goes to anybody when you're working on any type of change in your life. Whenever we're doing something different, we really have to change a piece of our identity, right? We have to change a piece of how we're thinking about things and how we're approaching things. And a lot of times you will come up against obstacles that kind of bring out that habitual thought system that does not support the current goal. I know this is something that I have definitely bumped up against in the last year and a half working with my fitness coach. And so that's something that I'm really working on, right? Getting clear on what limiting beliefs I may have around my current goals, working on developing an inner dialogue that really supports my current goals. And that I think is such an important piece of the puzzle that doesn't always get talked about enough. And then the third piece of the puzzle for me is just that, what I'm going to call the spiritual piece, right? That piece of us that feels like we are taking steps that are in alignment with the truth of who we are. I am a big believer that we're all kind of being led by a higher energy. And so a big piece of my work is to strengthen my relationship with that higher source, whatever you want to call it, universe, life energy, God. I do feel that connecting with that takes a lot of the mental chatter away. And I will say, since my mom passed away, this is feeling even more important to me. And I think it's because I feel such a strong sense of this divine energy, of this God energy. And I can feel like when I'm moving in directions in my life that feel like really aligned versus when I'm moving away from them. So a part of my day-to-day practice for myself is just taking a little bit of time every single day to try to connect to that energy. And for me, that doesn't just mean like sitting down and meditating for a half an hour. As a matter of fact, I don't meditate that often. And when I do, I usually do like 5-minute meditations. But it's about, taking time in the morning, journaling, being quiet, noticing throughout my day, is there anything that is pulling me in a certain direction, right? Like trying to differentiate between the noise in my head and that like intuitive pull forward, to listen to things that strengthen this energy for myself. Ever since my mom passed, I've been on a kick of listening to near-death experiences. And I don't know, I just cannot get enough. They're so inspiring to me. If you've never listened to one and you're curious, you could just Google them here on YouTube. There's a bazillion of them and they're amazing. Or if it's listening to podcasts or listening to certain types of music, right? But just taking the time to connect to that space for myself every single day, right? So again, there's physical goals, right? Like what I want to do with my food and my workouts. There's mental practices, working on keeping my thoughts in alignment with where I'm headed and not getting pulled into like old habituary patterns. And then there's that spirit, that soul connection. Those are the 3 pieces that I find are really important, probably when you're trying to create any type of change. But I know for myself right now, working on these health, dietary, and fitness goals for 2025, those are the 3 components that are feeling like the most important. And so what I love to do is in the morning, I just make little lists. I always get up early. I take a little time for myself and I will write a list just kind of thinking about each of those categories and what I need to do only for that day to help move each one forward. I love the thought or the concept of 1% infinity, right? It's not about making these big giant shifts, but just doing small, tiny steps every day on a consistent basis that move you towards the goals you're working towards and the person that you want to become. So for me, I find it really helpful to just take a list, like for example, and I'll say, fitness, and I'll know exactly what I want to do that day. So do I have a workout that day? Am I trying to hit a certain amount of steps that day? And then I'm clear on the action that I need to do for that thing for that day. I do the same thing with my food and my meal planning, thinking ahead of time and just knowing what's on deck for that day. And then I also love to do some journaling too for my mindset. I notice where I'm at. I notice what I'm feeling. I try to reflect on what thoughts are taking place and do they feel supportive or do they feel like they're being critical and pulling me back to old habits, right? So that's a process. And same with that soul work. So I just say that to show you how I kind of bring it into the day-to-day, right? So it's like I have these goals, but I do break them down into smaller daily action steps. So each day I can look and say, hey, did I make forward progress on all of these? It's not just like a big, vague cloud in the sky. I often tell my clients, if you say to yourself, like, one of my goals is to get healthier, you really have to get specifically, what does that mean to you, right? Because health looks different to different people. It looks different during different chapters of our life. So it's really important that you get more granular with your goals so that you know what you can be focusing on a day-to-day basis to actually feel like you're moving towards that. So that is what I am focusing on and working on for 2025. I would be so curious to hear from you. Do you have your own goals around health, fitness, diet, etc. for this year? If so, come down to the comment section below and let's share. This way we can all support each other and encourage each other on our journeys. And like I said before, I do plan on sharing a bit more about this on the channel as we go. So if you have specific video ideas that you want to see or concepts that you think that would be helpful, leave those in the comment section below because I'm definitely going to be reading them over. So that's all for today. Let me know if you like this style video. I'll be curious to hear your feedback and I will see you all in the next video. Cheers.